All right. Well, it took a little bit, but here we are. Does look like we do have. I think that's a substitution in Kato for Holly Molly. Normally we would have Emblem. I think if I'm
I
looking at this
believe
correctly,
so.
but Chicken Coop, their own map pick, have selected to go. Well, have been relegated to the T side, but they'll head over to the A bomb site. Lickety split. Holly Molly with two players in Donut to defend here. Flashy T with one, but he's not able to fend this off all alone. And with the split push coming out of mid, this is dangerous for Holly Molly as well. The rotators are going to be cut down to two in the 2 versus 2 as this challenge in Donut will unfold. Holly Molly needs to find this first defender. Otherwise, this round completely unfolds and Omu quickly trades off of Kato. Now it's Crisp with the P250 to keep hold of this pistol round for the Chicken Coop. A quick tap for Omu. It is going to reveal Crisp. He jumps away into Temple. Omu just going to get on the bomb. Is there enough time for Crisp to make his way out through Temple? There is, and it's just enough to keep Omu off with moments to spare. Chicken Coop with the pistol round.
Yes, indeed. I mean, very good round for both teams there, but I mean, that's definitely sort of showcases what we've been saying about Omu there. 3K in the round. Couldn't finish off the round, though. But, I mean, Omu tearing through this Chicken Coop defense, but good setup there for Chicken Coop. I mean, Ancient, especially on T's or pistol side, you really don't see anyone watching A main, so exploiting that, doing a and mid split, so isolating both fights there nicely will get them their pistol round at least. And line up here, 2 AKs on each other, 2 Mac 10s also. Some early cave control taken over.
I will say it's you don't normally see much of a defense on the A bomb site, so Holly Molly losing 2 so early really hurt them on the retake. And now we'll see a big challenge in the cave. Target-rich environment, but it proves to be a little bit too thorny for Jared. 4 versus 4.
Yeah, and that was one of the Mac 10s given over toward the CTs, so not that big of an issue for the Ts just about yet.
They haven't picked it up. They're full rotating. Yeah, they've read Chicken Coop like a book. Smoke's over toward the Red Room, but this is going to be a full fight on the A-bomb site, and there's upgraded pistols on the side of Holly Molly. This one looks a little bit dangerous. Chicken Coop, though, they've already stormed their way on in. Omu looking... Oh, the Deagle under Wreckmeister. Looks for another. Crisplet down on low, but it's not going to be enough. And now it's Flash all alone. Quickly ended by 2 Panic. Chicken Coop, go up with the second.
Yeah. I mean, good job from Chicken Coop. Finding where the threat was, and then you lost one, but you don't let that spiral into losing a bunch. Just go 1 for 1. Let's rotate to A, and then taking these long range fights with these AKs. Just playing it by the book, doing what you're supposed to finish out that conversion round. And now Holly Molly actually on a full buy, and we'll have to see what they do here.
That was almost really tragic for Chicken Coop playing that one too obvious. Oh, speaking of obvious, Wreckmeister with the classic mid-duel 1 versus Flashy T, but they're going to send more to try and deal with him as Drop falls over on the other side of the map. Kato will manage to take him down, so man advantage over toward Holly Molly, but previous round, Chicken Coop playing this one almost too readable. They went from that B-bomb site, they met Holly Molly in cave, and they just took the walk back over to A, and again, they keep sending forces down mid, and just continuing to repeak off of each other is not doing them any favors.
We saw was a little bit too passive of a mid setup there from Chicken Coop. I feel like it could have utilized a lot more util, a bit more flashes and stuff. I think they're a little underestimating Holly Molly's ability there. So, and look at that with this double mid setup again, acting into mid. It's looking like they forced this up here. 1 AK and some Tech 9s. Make that 2. And coming on to... Oof.
Set up. Oh, Panic. Just playing around the pillar, but Chicken Coop completely paved by Holly Molly.
Yeah, definitely. And that could have been something that we had there. We had 3 players in mid, but those B players are in a really good, setup there. One was playing in that short cubby there, so I think that was an unexpected position and just holding down that site, waiting for the rotates to come along. And so now Chicken Coop, even scoreline now, will make them on a pistol round as they await.
Does Wreckmeister not have a weapon?
Yeah, Wreckmeister. Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe they're just gonna grab a deagle or somebody once one of their teammates dies. Don't know.
I mean, that is a way to save $700. I don't know if it's preferable to just having a Glock or a P250 or something. He's just going in with nothing.
Oof.
I mean, sometimes nothing's a real cool hand.
Yeah, well, we'll find it out. Not a bad round. I mean, finding 2 kills when you have full pistols, I mean, isn't the worst. But, I mean, look at the 3 surviving players on the CT side. They grabbed those 3 AKs, still holding on to them. And so now, full AKs and M4s for Holly Molly as Chicken Coop will come out here. Still a little bit of a weak buy. We see 2 Galils left over on this side of Chicken Coop. And the people with the AK, they don't have a lot of util. They got a few HEs and flashes between them, so not the best full buy round here for Chicken Coop, actually.
Definitely a weaker buy, but look at this A bomb site. Only Kato available as Holly Molly have gone with a really, really strong mid setup, sending 2 players in. The player of Kato, the substitute, I should mention as well, being relegated over to the A bomb site, but the movement over toward mid can be so easy from here. Puts down a smoke to guard against Chicken Coop as they do try to molly him out. That's going to be denied. Moo and Kato now to defend against this. Chicken Coop taking their time to push on in. The smoke's really giving them another thing coming, another run for their money. Drop boosted up. Doesn't see anybody because this, again, Holly Molly just staying tucked. They're giving themselves time to reset after this. Chicken Coop, though, so heavily want this A bomb site.
Yeah. But I mean, look at the util on both these teams. CTs have nothing besides a flash and 2 flashes and an HE. And Chicken Coop has 2 flashes and they just used their last smoke. So it's just going to be dry duels from here on out for the most part.
I'll tell you what, I definitely fear Chicken Coop in those dry duels. Omu doesn't have that AWP, so I mean, there are the AKs here. Oh, speaking of dry, just walks into Omu. Panic with a trade. That is going to set up Chicken Coop pretty nicely here. Panic goes huge with a double and the triple. Looking for more as well. Going to have to be Flash to hold on as Jared paves through Sviti and Wreckmeister here to finish the job. Chicken Coop even things out. Putting those guns to good use.
Yeah, and that was, you know, I think Holly Molly overcooked just a wee bit there, playing that so passive because they allowed that boost to happen up onto A, and yeah, both teams used all their util, but I mean, in a matchup like this, Chicken Coop is going to be heavily favored in these, you know, just one-on-one duels here. So maybe doing some flash peeks or something, as you know, Kato the substitute finds Jared early through a smoke.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to stop calling Kato the substitute because he's whoever that is actually pretty on par with the rest of the team. 4-3, 4-2 with Omu going 11. I mean, it's just a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Is whenever you see Holly Molly, if Omu is not fragging, then Holly Molly is probably not going anywhere. Speaking of that, Omu in with the AWP, but good trades back on in. Not going to be enough here. Chicken Coop only down to drop, and the 1 versus 3 does erase Larry Wick. The headshot is good. Nade on over goes completely unchecked. So 55 seconds. Where do you go from here? You can see Omu and Flash heading on in through caves. Going to be out into Cheetah. The leg on a drop.
Bingo. Yeah, they heard that. They were already reading ahead this rotation. So tucked into cave, they found that leg shot onto him on the drop. What?
Oh,
ooh, the dink through the wood, I think, happened, but Flash won that fight. Wow.
Well, I mean, again, Holly Molly are reading ahead of Chicken Coop at a lot of these junctures. Yeah, again, let's take this look Omu coming through cave into Cheetah, the shot onto drop. He's like, what? They read that? I love the spin and shot. Like,
Yeah. You want to know my
they
favorite play there from that round is actually the 5-7 on ramp, just completely just holding down their D key, just being a complete distraction for your actual, gun on ramp there. I feel like that's, a good bait and just a good team play. Like, you're operating on less weaponry. I mean, your job is just to be a big distraction, and that's exactly what worked out for them. Getting that easy trade on ramp and then just leaving drop left in a 1v2 situation. So, back to default here. I think both teams buy now are somewhat even. I mean, we have 3 AKs on the T side, but look at the CT. I mean, we have an AWP and 2 rifles, but we have something operating on an MP9 as well. So both teams have a little bit of an awkward buy. Wreckmeister is asking questions for his mid, clears out that boost position as the Chicken Coop decides to just look at this B bomb site again. We got a 2 cave setup and a 2 ramp setup with, think, who is that? We have Panic watching this A main position. Oh, and Sweetie.
Nice little bait there in cave.
Mm-hmm. There's Omu chiming right back.
This is a super passive setup from Holly Molly. A lot of the successful rounds that we've seen from them have started off the back of pushing down mid or pushing down something early on, but this time, now Chicken Coop allowed to get a lot of the map for free, and look at Jared rolling back the years, the double kill on short. And it's just Flash ET now, and the 1 versus 3 has to find the bomb. 2 players hiding inside of cave. Can he spot this? Doesn't have much utility left, just a smoke that he could maybe toss on top of the bomb, but it looks like he's just going to turn tail and save for the next round, losing that off of Holly Molly as well.
Yeah, I mean, you have 33 HP there against 3 opponents. Not much you can do in that scenario, but yeah, I think Holly Molly there just still playing a little bit too passive there because we've seen rounds that worked out for them before. I mean, now it's a 4-4 scoreline, but a lot of your CT rounds, shot in the back of the head, has come from some CT aggression. I mean, like fighting mid very well. That's how they netted their first round. And so I think Chicken Coop now not scared of mid, but now definitely aware that they're holding it great. So opting to do these slow sort of milk the util out and then just hit B has been pretty successful then. But still, 4-4 scoreline. Doing better than I thought it was going to go, in complete honesty. But the CT's now on a full save. I mean, look at Omu already 13-5.
I love that Holly Molly have managed to drill in just how deadly they can be. That Chicken Coop, I think we're going into this game with so much confidence. And now, starting off the round, they're playing so tentatively. So, I mean, Holly Molly trying to combine the pistols together to sneak a kill away. Bomb down, so they're going to have to do it quick. Jared going to be the point of contact here. Panic on mid. First kill good. Crisp joining in with the op. So Jared goes, I know where the rest are. And double spray down.
Sweet Tea was AFK in spawn. I'm joking.
I was going to say, was Sweet Tea there the whole time? It's just we switch back and like, here I am in spawn.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, put yourself in Chicken Coop's shoes. You waited for, a little bit delay of a map. I think Holly Molly had a little bit of issues figuring stuff out. And then you're like, okay, let's come into this match and let's just start, whooping on them. And all of a sudden, you're getting shut down in mid. You're getting your game plan upset. And now you got to sort of maneuver yourself in a way you weren't expected to go already. And so, yeah, they have a 1-round advantage, but this is probably not the way they wanted to start this out. But I mean, it's still doing well for them. But I mean, Holly Molly still, like we said, not anyone's, immediate pick to be here in this position, showing, other teams that they're here to actually play. And it's looking like it's going to have to be a double save here. It's like a 5-man rush A main.
Oh, danger.
Wow.
A target-rich environment, and it's going the way of Holly Molly. 3 kills for the pistols. They're just getting trashed and thrashed. Big trade back here for Chris, but he's going to get overrun. And it's just 2 Panic left standing. Oh, he doesn't even have the bomb. That's been dropped inside of A main, so 1 versus 3.
The way the tables turn there, that was another save round for Holly Molly. And I guess just the stars aligned that both teams wanted to go A that round, and the Pistols went out. I mean, that was a brawl in there. You saw even that last kill. There was like a molly and a smoke out, and it was just pure chaos there. But look at this rotation; they're doing the exact same paths they were. All three players are going through Donut to shoot Panic in the back, and Panic's wondering where the heck are these guys?
I mean, it's a good question. There was all the challenge, all the bluster over by A main, and suddenly there's nothing. And okay, so the Pistols win that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I nearly got nervous. It looked like they nearly had that 1v3 clutched up in them, but they didn't expect a third player to backstab him from Donut. So, Holly Molly.
What if we sent more players to their deaths?
Mm-hmm. Crazy. But I mean, that's just the way CS goes sometimes.
You win by sending more and more of your men to their deaths against the killbots until they reach their kill count and shut down. But Omu has no kill count. He will continue to pluck them from the sky one after another. Masterful swing out of Jared does finally end his reign of terror only after one. That's going to force this this presence out of mid for Holly Molly. Without their AWPer, you get a bit more timid. Rechtmeister looking for these players inside of Donut, plucks one away, but Kato with the trade now drop 2 versus 1, and Kato not going to be enough this time around. Chicken Coop almost looking more confident when they're up against rifles.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the confidence in Omu. I mean, 15-8 still, but finding that opening kill in mid, there's absolutely no more T presence at all there. And then noticing that Molly's not good enough to where it fully blocks the steps, so potentially could have found a great double to give Holly Molly the second round, but unfortunately for them, they were on that, and so missed shot and just domed in the head will at least get it back to man advantage, and the rest of the pieces of Holly Molly, we've sort of said this before, Omu's sort of just a star player and unable to close it out without him.
Yeah, interesting that they haven't given him the weapon, although we've seen him hit these 1Ds as well. MP9, though, gets away from Larry Wick, so Jared going to open things up with first blood for the round. Rechtmeister looking for more inside of mid, and there's Omu and his Deeg deleted from the round.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, the CT is put in a very awkward position because this still is the last round of the half here, so they just got to operate on this weaker weapon tree. Wow, Sweetie with a banger. But that'll be that, though. Unfortunately, they can't pull magic out of the hat twice this time. Unfortunately, the Pistols this time not being able to finish it off, and so Chicken Coop will go into this next half with a 7-5 lead.
A good healthy lead to start off with on your T side. The map has I've been on the pendulum of swinging back and forth between CT-sided and T-sided. I think in the first half of 2025, it was one of the few maps that was CT-sided. Then we got the active and the tactics all changed, and it actually went T-sided for a little bit without the map being changed at all. It's just a matter of who is playing it. Now, that changes again. Going to be a B hit out of Holly Molly. Already drop, getting tagged down, but not out. Holly Molly overrun the B-bomb site, and Chicken Coop just stuck behind these smokes, just spamming away with the USPs, but not really finding any money. There's Jared to open things up, to repel Sviti. The bomb's already down. Chicken Coop now with a lot of work to do, and they don't have any kits, so they've got to make this one quick. They got to make it count. Holly Molly just staying tucked. No, they're just peeking out just a little bit too much. Larry Wick and Kato now the last two remaining. And Jared plucks them both from the server. Chicken Coop just in the nick of time. Gonna get that bomb defused and start this one off with a W on their CT side.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good take, but I think the post plant there was a little awkward. Like Sweet Tea just running straight into the bullets there that were being spammed. You know, trades not happening from each other, so great execution, not that good of a post plant there for Holly Molly, but I'm interested to see how they do operate on their T side, because for the CT side, we did see them disrupt, you know, Chicken Coop's initial plan of attack, which was always mid. They rarely actually fully won mid, did Chicken Coop, so we're gonna have to see how Holly Molly decided to just get some Tech 9s and a whole lot of util, forcing this up now. Or not forcing this up. saving for this one.
And they get blown away for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's go mid with the pistols, Wreckmeister and Crisp. How about not?
Yep.
Just leaves this one up to Kato. I mean, we've been talking up Omu's stats. On the other side of things, it's actually a little bit more of an even split with all of Jared, Panic, and Wreckmeister having a pretty solid game so far.
We're not gonna say Crisps, Katie.
We had to mention it though.
Yeah.
You always have to say it.
True.
See, I thought that no one was going to be talking about 6-7 when January 2026 started. I thought it was the sort of thing that people would forget about over the holidays. But weirdly, it's still going. And I don't understand. And this is how I realize how old I am.
I just think you never realized before it was an actual meme how much people did say, 6 or 7 times. Like, I feel like now we actually consciously think about it, but before then, I think it was like not that uncommon to hear. But look at the nade damage here for Chicken Coop. Two of these players
is chonky,
limping away.
And they're just getting mopped up. Continuing to pad up. Oh.
Wow.
Hell, that's gonna hurt. Holly Molly though, undaunted, will still push out through mid and get sent back to spawn. Wreckmeister with a third, and Chicken Coop just dominate.
Yeah, I really want to see attack here for Holly Molly. I feel like they definitely had a plan on their CT side, and now looking at their T side, I'm not really seeing much of a plan. That pistol round looked, tactically good on paper. Obviously, post plans are different, something else, but these openings here for the T side rounds where we actually have guns haven't been giving us a lot to talk about. They've been just getting sort of mopped up by Chicken Coop. So what once was a 2-round loss or disadvantage has turned into a 10-5 scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking this one up that, we were kind of surprised that Holly Molly were here. Okay, here's Drop to make sure that we don't get to talk about his scoreline anymore. My goodness, a 4K with the Mac MP9.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that instant replay for Drop. Tossing nades out, lines them up just as the fire melts them and melts right through them with the MP9.
Yep, 2 Panic made sure to steal that ace away.
I mean, I don't think it's an earned ace if your teammate had to help like that. Look at
True.
There was so much molly damage there too. Like I think 2 Panic earned that kill.
Yeah, now look at this. I mean, look at this. The CTs have on both sides have just completely bullied mid over. I think neither of these T sides have been successfully able to hold it, and now they're even pushed off the speedway. So these T's really only have a main that they could walk through, and ruins, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned with Holly Molly. After this, we're going to the most CT-sided map in the pool in Nuke, and their CT side, they got 5-7, and now up against Chicken Coop CT side, and they have not let up the pressure for a single second.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head at that round. You had all of A main control, but you just still opt to run through the elbow smoke, which those CTs were still holding behind. I mean, you had a fairly open A bomb site there with, I think, one player in Donut was operating there, but I mean, we haven't seen a tech pause or anything from Holly Molly. They're still just, just trying to chug along, and I feel like a pause here would be nice for them to actually get a plan together. Now they're opting to rush A, but Chris will drop them instantly. Wow.
No. Just looping behind this big box. VT able to finally open up the site a little bit, but Panic already here, waiting for the push. Omu ready on the other side of things. That is going to open up this round for Holly Molly. 3 versus 2. Jared rotating in through Donut, but it's almost too little too late. Everything's smoked off, and that bomb is going down.
Yeah.
Does the game end here in the post plant?
We'll have to see. I think it's a double temple setup here. I think Sweet Tea acting as bait, 13 HP for the trade out. Oh, but goes clear. Drops will drop him. And now it's just Omu. On quiet in the second half. And we'll finish it in the 1v2, a 3K for that round. I really was about to mention it before this round. Omu, we sort of, almost forgot about him for the second half. I think they ended this half. I think they were around 15, and now they're on 18 with that 3K there. But a very silent half for Omu now. We'll finally get them their first round actually of this T side half now is with Omu having a 3K there. So
It all starts with one, right?
bingo.
Is this where the comeback starts? I mean, hey, if Holly Molly managed to win this one and then one more, then they'll have themselves, a pretty clean sweep of money. This one, no, not going to be an easy one. The buy is pretty desperate. The Mac 10s, the Galils, the util definitely lacking.
I mean, that's
Again,
the funny thing about CS is you start off last round with 1 Galil and 4 AKs, you win it, and now you're on 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and a Mac 10.
well, that might be the opener they were looking for.
Yeah, and look at this rotation. 3 Ts just running into spawn now.
Well, Chicken Coop haven't moved. There was one player on the B site that just died, and the weapon was recovered. So now it's looking to be a full B execute. Chicken Coop trying to get pieces moving. Does spot player over by Cat, but moves 2 Panic back into Donut, tucks him back in. 40 seconds. This cave position could be dangerous. Omu with the entry. That might be exactly what Holly Molly need right here. Omu just dashing through the smoke and slays drop. Now the B bomb site belongs to Holly Molly. Wreckmeister only able to pull back 1, but it's not going to be enough. And Panic just going to be saving off another zip code on the A bomb site.
Yeah, I was worried for Holly Molly in the beginning of this round, but yeah, finding that opening of cave and then just doubling up, you make sure to trade as a pack there was a good another round for them. Panic found out, dinged, dealt with. Wow, so not even allowed to save. So I was worried for them because Chicken Coop still had a bit of a read on that situation there, but able to pull it through. Like we said, Omu there, I think found another 3K or 2K-ish there in that round to drag him through. We saw that opening. I think it was like that 3v3 that Omu found that cave opening now to crack open that site. Now it's been like an A rush here. We got 4 players.
Oh, it's going to be quick.
Immediately running. I think we got the donut and the CT smokes out. And that's how most teams actually play Ancient. You got 1 donut player and just a bomb site is absolutely free low.
Well, and everyone going, hey, Chris, why weren't you on the site? That was a 20-second push. That was the rushiest rush that's ever rushed, at least in this elo. Chicken Coop with just no response whatsoever. 4 weapons, but Holly Molly going to continue to delete them. Omu with a kill on that AWP leaves it to 2 Panic and Wreckmeister in the 2 versus 5. How does that even happen? That was so fast. Oh, Wreckmeister going for something, though. At least going to get one back for himself on the back side of the site. Cover the M4 at least for something, but it is going to be denied.
Making it expensive, though. 2 surviving players.
Yeah, but suddenly this half was a complete blank for Holly Molly has evolved into something so much more. And so, again, we went into this thinking, Chicken Coop, they're probably going to win it. It's probably going to be a 2-0. And Holly Molly are really here to say, no, we actually do belong here,
Mm-hmm. And still match point for Chicken Coop, to be honest. And I mean, yeah, Holly Molly has found a few good rounds, just the double B, and then like, hey, we took B super slow. Let's run A this round. And woof. Flurry of trades there. Good lord.
A bloodbath over on
Indeed.
ramp. But it looks like it's going to lead Holly Molly back to the A-bomb site where Panic is lying in wait.
Yeah, I think I can imagine how Chicken Coop was like, all right, guys, we're letting them get a little too confident. Let's just walk them down and kill them. I think that's exactly how that mid-round or that after-round sort of sentence went. And so now 2v2 queued up. Yeah.
Panic needed to go big there, but the Molly's going to blank him out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Molly, Nade going to go down to push the smoke away, but it's not enough. He's already lost his teammate. on the side of Chicken Coop. Kato and Flash, they're low HP. Oh, as he's walking through the smoke, the jump, Kato, he was incredulous. He's like, how did I live there?
I mean, both players were low. I think they were on like 40, and after that duel, that last player was on 16. So that could have been anyone's round there. But now Chicken Coop, I mean, look at this. They've whittled away. They've died so much during these rounds that this economy is now, even after losing that round, now they're sort of on a half buy here. So now Holly Molly is now flipped the script, has this somewhat strong economy. Obviously, Omo with buying that off, pretty hefty investment, but nade damage here, being a little true. Larry, I think, down to 71.
Okay, but Crisp has a swag 7, and this isn't Inferno. I'm confused.
True. Are they on the boost?
People buying... I mean, I don't care. It's not Inferno or Nuke. Why are you buying a swag? There's no angle that's that close. I guess you could play inside of Donut and see if somebody walks past you, but where is Crisp playing? Crisp is playing inside of Donut, so at the very least I got that right. But that's just, it feels like such a weird investment where you could have somebody on your team on a scout or be on a deagle and armor. Just looking to farm up.
I mean, it is a $900 kill reward, but that doesn't matter. I think that would have happened regardless of the weapon they had. And so Jared only responding back with the headshot kill. 2v4 now queued up. But
Yeah,
Panic
up on boost.
Go unlooked here. Could potentially go unlooked here.
He's so invested over towards main that he's not even considering that there's going to be a push through Donut. I love that we can see the name, and it's called Miracle Spray. That's such a good name for the MP9. Unfortunately, no miracles here as Flash ET just flies on in to avenge his teammate, and Holly Molly on double digits. We're back to 2 rounds.
Can you miss it? Yeah. I think, what was that? A 10-5 scoreline? Turned into 12-10 now. So
we can see the rounds up above. Oh, as we get the pause, finally, we're unable to see the rounds. But yeah, you can see like CT, 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 TT, 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 TT.
Bingo, yeah. And now finally we're actually seeing our first tech pause of the match. I feel like that's such an underutilized part of the game. Even in this level, is you have a coach for a reason. Let him chime in. You know, we saw Holly Molly lose, I think, 5 rounds in a row on to start this half off. I think it was 4, and they still never ripped a tech. So I feel like that's still an underutilized aspect of gameplay for, a lot of teams.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can kind of feel like your coach is just there as an extra friend to talk to, but even then, just taking time after a really impactful round, be like, all right, we were fired up, or they were fired up, and just taking a little break. You don't even have to talk. You're just like, all right, everybody, 30 seconds, get up, stretch. Well, this round, Chicken Coop going to be giving up mid, but getting activated on the extremities. Look at the 2 players over by A. That could give Holly Molly something to play with, as they have given up mid to some degree, but as that smoke fades, Wreckmeister going to find Omu at the bottom. And that's a big piece to pluck out of the server.
Was a little strange how that went down. It's just all of a sudden there's no util at all in mid. But there's also no CTs in mid at all. I think that one got lucky in Red Room with that smoke suddenly deploying. So now early man advantage here for the CTs, looking to close it out finally. And Crisp with that deep line won't be able to miss that one now. So now 3v5 now in order to survive this map pick.
Well, Chicken Coop have exhausted all the options, so it must be B. 3 players in through cave for Holly Molly. The rotation over for Wreckmeister as well. He's prepared as the smokes fall. The execute out onto the B-bomb site. Already Holly Molly emerging from cave. They're expecting players to be a little bit closer than they are. Jared going to pluck the first one out, but Larry Wick here to save Holly Molly down to the 2 versus 2. Look at the damage onto these final 2 players, though, as Wreckmeister, as Panic and Crisp rotate on in. These M4s should have easy pickings as they find, as soon as they see anything, Flash goes over, not going to be blinding up Kato. Still able to stay positioned on the line. Oh, has to go for the reload. That's the moment that Crisp will pick to emerge, and it's just down to Larry Wick. 1 versus 2. Not a whole lot of time left, but his position's been called out here in through the fire and melted. Crisp with the final kill to wrap up this game, 13-10. Chicken Coop take their own map pick.
Yeah, honestly, not what I was expecting here from Holly Molly. I'm glad they put up a lot more of a fight than what initially was expected of them. But at the end of the day, it is Chicken Coop, and that is their ancient. So very good job from their part. But getting a little lazy, not lazy towards the end on that T side, but I mean, no util at all in mid gives early pickings for the CTs there, and they were able to mop it up after all that.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how they managed to come back on both sides. Like they started off really strong on the CT side, and while they kind of fell short at the end, it was great to see how they still had the tenacity to battle it back, even in the face of match point. And we very nearly got to that overtime. GG's to Chicken Coop for bringing it over the line. Just a quick update on the other stream. It does look like Regain have won map number 1 and are now winning 3-2 on map number 2. But there will be a quick break here. So we are going to go to the see you soon screen, but don't go anywhere. We've got map number 2, Nuke. Holly Molly's pick in just a few minutes.
Bingo.